excited about this challenge this week. It's going to be a really difficult game. Obviously, we're playing the team that's predicted to win the Sun Belt Conference and won it last year. We're a really well-coached football team. One of the major concerns for us is just the trip in general. This is a 3.5 hour, 4 hour flight. Then it's an hour drive just to get to the hotel we're going to be staying at. Then it's another hour to get to Boone for the game the next day. So the logistics of this are really difficult. Our players are going to be very mature and very focused to handle this, and that's an advantage that Appalachian State has on everybody that comes there to play. It's just a difficult place to get to and a difficult place to play. There'll be a large crowd there, and again, a good football team. But I think we're playing with a lot of confidence right now. We're very healthy right now, particularly for the tough schedule that we've played and how many games we've played without a bye. I think we've really been fortunate to stay as healthy as we are. So look forward to a great week of practice and going and competing again. Any questions?
What do you make of the Sun Belt so far? I mean, Troy just beat LSU on their own. Did you have a reaction to that?
Yeah, I mean, Troy's a good football team. We knew that when we played them, and they could beat a lot of people. So I think it says something about us that we were that close to them in a game that could have gone either way. I really, to be honest with you, I haven't seen some of the other teams. I haven't seen Lafayette yet. I know they're scoring a lot of points. I haven't seen Arkansas State yet. We've really just been focused on week to week, but I do know that Troy that we played is an excellent football team, and I know Appalachian State is an excellent football team because obviously we spent the last few days getting ready for that one. So kind of the same as it has been.
Good to start off against maybe the two, at least coming into the season, like two of the better teams, two of the top tier teams.
I'd like to have a little break in there somewhere. I think, the schedule makers didn't do us any favors. I would tell you that, Jason. Obviously Appalachian State was off last week too, so they've had 2 weeks to get ready for us. Georgia Southern plays tomorrow, so they have 10 days to get ready for us. It's interesting that everybody we play has extra days to get ready for us, and we had to wait so long to get an open date. So, but that is what it is, and I've told our players, you just got to overcome those things. And so I still think it's important for us to play with the chip on our shoulder. We're getting ready to play 4 road games, and we're getting ready to play 4 homecoming games. Okay, so we were selected as the homecoming opponent all 4 weeks, and that's not coincidence. And I think our players need to put that in their heart and their minds a little bit and go play a little bit angry about that.
Appalachian State, I think they're like one of the better defenses in the conference. So, I mean, what do you see when you get ready for them?
I think they're really well coached. They sacrifice some size up front for speed. Their defensive line really runs well. I think very similar to like Stody Bradley for us is what their defensive ends are. Roy Lopez is very similar to their nose guard. Bigger linebackers than what we play with inside, but still, I think their team speed on defense is what makes them go. And then they do a nice job of disguise. They run a few different coverages that people don't see a lot, and they just do a good job playing team defense. They get a lot of hats to the ball.
On offense, it's hard to. I know that you just take what the defense gives you, but it's strange to see New Mexico State last in rushing offense, just with Larry Rose back there.
Yeah, I think some of that is who we've played. And we've already played 2 power conference teams. We played New Mexico, who puts 9 people at the line of scrimmage every snap. And if you look, I think we're the only team that's really scoring on them. They're shutting everybody else down. They shut Tulsa down, who was covering about 50 points a game on people. So it's a little bit about who we've played. And then Arkansas, it was, we were outmatched up front on that one. So that is what it is. We ran the ball really well against UTEP. We've got to run the ball better this week. That's a priority for us this week in practice. Going into the UTEP game, we made a point of getting the running game going and getting Larry going early, and we're trying to get the same things done this week. But, we're going to beat people throwing the ball. That's who we are. But the more we can run the ball with Larry, the easier it is for us to throw the ball. So we've got to get that going.
Have you ever been on a team where you had, and if you could talk about the 3 guys a little bit, but it seems like you have 3 players with pro potential. At least they're putting up numbers. Larry throughout his career, Jaleel and Tyler now. I mean, Do you feel like those guys will have a chance to?
Yeah, I think if those three guys continue to play like they are right now and they show that consistency to NFL scouts and those type of people, then yeah, I think they certainly are going to have an opportunity. And there's a lot of things that go into that. You know, those guys have, you know, none of those three guys were highly recruited players. You know, they came here and they've worked hard and they've dedicated themselves. And Coach Decker's done a great job of working all three of those guys and getting them bigger and stronger. And they've developed over time. And all three of them have matured. And it's just nice to see kids that work that hard get rewarded. And I think they certainly, again, if they play like they are right now, all three of them are going to have excellent opportunities. And I don't know when the last time New Mexico State had three legitimate guys like that. I think a little bit, again, goes back to our coaching staff and the way we've recruited also, and the plan that we had for recruiting. You know, we didn't just, you know, throw darts at the board and hope something stuck. You know, we had a specific plan about how we wanted to recruit here and develop players and evaluate players, and I think our staff has done a great job of that. I think we have a lot more guys that are going to be in that position that are freshmen and sophomores right now that can be in that mold if they continue to work hard and develop like those guys have.
Before last week's game, Tyler was averaging like 50 pass attempts and completing like 65%. So, like, that's obviously he's done a good job taking what the defense gives him this year.
You know, Saturday I thought was one of the better games he's played, Jason, because there's probably 4 or 5 times we had a deep route called where we were going to take a shot and it was covered. And he dropped his eyes and found an outlet receiver and gained big yards. And that's the sign of a really mature quarterback that understands what's going on and seeing the field really well and can execute, you know. And even the interception that he threw was a perfect throw, and it was exactly where the ball should have gone. They just had a guy who made a tremendous play and barely got a hand on the ball. So, yeah, he's playing at a really high level, and he has to for us to be successful.
What else did you take away from the Arkansas game as far as the way your team played?
You know, one of the things that I loved about it, Jack, was when Arkansas, I think they had the ball inside our 3-yard line. And in the past, I think they probably would have scored in one play, and it took them 6 plays to get the ball in. They got the pass interference penalty that gave them new life down there, but our defense just was not going to surrender that touchdown. And that kind of, to me, embodies what this whole team is about right now. You know, they believe in each other. They believe in the coaching staff. The coaching staff believes in them. There's just a great mentality and spirit about this team that I think has been created by our senior class. You know, our senior class, that's the first class we recruited here. And, you know, the Dalton Harringtons, Larry Roses, you know, all those guys that really bought in early, they are leading this team, and they've got it headed in a really good direction. I just love the mentality of our team right now.
You guys come out healthy, Coach, from Arkansas?
We did, yeah. We had we didn't have any serious injuries coming out of Arkansas. McQuaker did not make the Arkansas trip because of a hip flexor, so we're hoping that he'll be healed up this week. We'll have to see how he is during practice. And he's the only guy that's questionable for us right now.
Getting your long snapper back, was that a factor in field goal or extra points?
It was. You know, just from a confidence standpoint with Dylan, the kicker, you know, now he doesn't have to worry about an inaccurate snap or a slow snap or anything like that. So getting Tim O'Donnell cleared by the NCAA to go out there and snap for us, particularly on the PAT field goals, was huge because he's really talented. I mean, we're going to have him for 2 years. He's really got a lot of talent, and it did certainly. Our operation times were faster on the punt and the PAT field goal, and yeah, it made us better.